name is Class. In this class, I'll be discussing price elasticity of demand. In our previous video, we discussed elasticity of demand, and I made you understand that there are three determinants of demand that are usually considered when it comes to elasticity of demand. The first is the price of the commodity, the second is the price of the related commodity, and the third is the income of the consumer. Now, in this class, we're talking about price elasticity of demand. Demand measures the degree, that is the size of the responsiveness of the quantity demanded to a change in the price of the commodity. So, in other words, when the price of a commodity rises, we expect the quantity demanded to fall, and when the price of a commodity falls, we expect the quantity demanded to rise. For example, if the price of bread rises, the quantity demanded for bread, we expect it to fall, and when the price of bread falls, we expect the quantity demanded for bread to rise. In other words, the quantity demanded for bread responds to a change in the price of bread. That is what we are talking about here. Now, I call it PED, price elasticity of demand. So, how do we measure the price elasticity of demand? So, we measure the price elasticity of demand, that is the formula for measuring price elasticity of demand. Okay? Formula of the measurement of price elasticity of demand. So we use, if I say price of demand as a PED is equal, the formula is simply percentage change in quantity demanded for the commodity in question divided by percentage change in the price of the commodity itself. Or an alternative formula we can use is what we call change in quantity demanded divided by change in price of the commodity, then multiplied by the initial price of the commodity before the change in the price, divided by the initial quantity before the change in the price of the commodity. So either of the formula will give us the same answer. So we expect the price of demand to be negative. That is the coefficient, the figure we are going to get, we expect it to be negative. So that negativity reflects the fact that the demand curve has a negative slope. That is, when the price rises, the quantity demanded falls, and when the price falls, the quantity demanded rises. So, but when we are interpreting the coefficient, so we ignore the sign, we only consider the figure there. Okay. So when we get to the real measurement, the practice question, so we are going to discuss more about this. Okay. So if you look at this formula, okay, looking at this formula, we can redefine this elasticity of demand to be, if you look at this first formula, you will see that we can redefine price of the demand as the ratio of the percentage change in quantity demanded to percentage change in price of the commodity. Alternatively, we can say it is the percentage change in quantity demanded per 1% change in the price of the commodity. That is, what is the percentage change in the quantity demanded for every 1% change in the price of the commodity? So that is what price elasticity of demand measures. Let me take that again. It measured percentage change in quantity demanded for 1% change in the price of the commodity. That is, for every 1% change in the price of the commodity, what is the percentage change in quantity demanded? That is what price of demand measure. So what if you are computing, what you need to do is just to compute percentage change in quantity demanded, then you also compute the percentage change in price, and then you divide. So when you divide, whatever you do, the value you get, that is the price elasticity of demand. Okay. Alternative formula you can use is this formula, that is the change in Q, the quantity demanded divided by change in price, then multiply by the initial price divided by the initial quantity. So don't forget to like this video, drop your comment, also share the videos, benefit others. Bye. See you in the next video.